All right, everyone, welcome to Deep Dives with Dogs. Well, today's topic is about the siege of Belgrade, 1456. Obviously, Belgrade's been sieged more than once. I gotta be specific. 1456, siege of Belgrade. The siege lasts from July the 4th to July the 22nd, leading in a Hungarian victory. This is quite an important battle, actually, in the history of Western Europe and Christendom. 3 years prior to this, the Ottomans had taken Constantinople, officially ending the Roman Empire. This is the final end of the Roman Empire, 1453. And the Ottomans, under Mehmed II, believe they can take more of Europe. So they push further into Europe, and they get to the city of Belgrade. Belgrade is the southern gate of Hungary. It is considered the most well-defended city in Europe, as well as one of the most important for the Hungarians. It is the block on the Danube River. Oh boy, Jasper's pulling him with him. But it is the gate of the Danube River. Really, it's a strong point on it. And it is needed to hold the line, basically. You have John Hunyadi leading the Hungarians, who put a lot of his own wealth into the city to make it as defended as possible. So it's quite the, at least for the Hungarians especially, it is quite the important spot. If it falls, it's basically, Hungary is not doomed, but it's pretty well off. It's not well off. Well off would mean they're really good. They are not. They're screwed. If this city falls, this defensive position falls, they are doomed. At least it's kind of the idea. Mehmed II will attack the city, like I said, July 4th, leading to heavy losses on both sides. John Hunyadi is not at the city at the time. He's outside of it. And he will... Mehmed II will suffer heavy losses in the battles. The lines will keep suffering losses pretty heavily. The defenders will use innovative tactics, heavy artillery, guns, things like that, to really try to defend these walls, so that the Ottomans are not able to break in. On July, I believe, 14th, you will have John Hunyadi leading a relief force to smash into the Ottomans and enter the city. And he effectively does that. He executes that plan quite well. On July, and then he's in the city, and they defend until July the 21st, where a attack is launched on the Ottomans, including peasants, obviously trained knights, infantrymen, all that stuff. And they smash into the Ottomans, injuring Mehmed II and giving heavy casualties to the Ottomans, who, on July the 22nd, are forced to retreat. Because, one, Mehmed II is injured, and their forces have suffered major losses, leading in a Hungarian victory. This victory has a wider implication on Europe. European Christendom in general is boosted heavily from this. People see it as, look, Christendom will not fall to the Ottomans. People were very worried that after the fall of Constantinople, the Ottomans are coming in, and because of their invasions further into Europe, they were worried that, oh no, they're going to come and capture us and destroy us and obliterate Christendom. But with the steadfast holding of the Hungarians, Christendom will be saved. It won't be for another 70 years that the Ottomans will once again push into mainland Europe and attack. And this will be quite the, and it'll still be quite the important moment. It gives a morale boost. It gives everything that the Europeans could have wanted at the time. It gives them more time to prepare for the Ottomans again. And this is really, the Ottomans will attack again and they will get further, but this is kind of the end of the golden age of the Ottomans. They're in their golden age, and it'll continue about the 70 years, and it'll continue a little longer. But if they're able to be stopped by the Hungarians now, they'll be able to be stopped again. Not necessarily by the Hungarians at this point, but somewhere else. And you really see, if they would have not pushed further into Europe, realistically, the Ottomans might have had. There's a lot of chances for the Ottomans, really, but them not pushing into Europe like they did would have not, let's say, maybe hurt them as much as they ended up hurting themselves. But with that, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys like the video, like. If you have anyone that's going to improve on these videos, leave a comment down below. I just appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.